A heartwarming thank you from your dog for thinking of their well being and dedicating time and resources to working on their physical and mental strength. A well rounded fitness plan will contain a mix of strength, cardiovascular flexibility, proprioception, and mentally engaging exercises. The exercises will be a combination of full body and isolated muscles based on the activities the dog is participating in. Think of like a swimmer and a golfer. Both share in some foundational needs to be healthy and perform well, but they also require some very specific exercises targeting the skills and muscles each of the sports requires. To get the most out of any exercise, form matters. Keep movement slow and controlled. Take video and review the video to ensure the dog's form is safe and effective. Pay extra attention to their back, neck, and head. Unless the exercises specifically calls out using these areas, we want feet under hips and shoulders, a flat spine, and the neck and head in a neutral position. Also, be aware of the surface you are working on, any surface the dog may engage with. We want the surface to be cushioned for any impact activity and never be too slippery. Before working any muscle too hard, we want to get blood flow to the muscle by warming the muscle up. Starting slow and increasing the pace is the best approach. After 3 to 5 minutes of general movement, add in another 5 to 10 minutes of easy exercises that use the muscles the workout will be using. Use lower valued rewards to keep the dog from getting overly excited during warm-ups. To teach a dog a new exercise, you have several techniques to choose from, including luring the dog with a reward, physically manipulating the dog into position, or shaping. Shaping means you are rewarding the dog for being right and ignoring any behavior that is incorrect. The key to shaping is to break the behavior into baby steps and manage the environment so the dog has limited options for being wrong. Reward each incremental improvement, slowly yet steadily raising the bar from what you consider correct and therefore what you will reward. Adding a marker word or a sound such as a click or the word yep will help the dog know exactly when they are correct. Keep the learning session short, under 2 minutes. It allows you and the dog to reflect on what happened in the last session, make adjustments, and approach with new energy and new ideas to try. In order for muscle to build, it needs to be worked past what it is capable of currently doing. It needs to be overloaded without going so far as to be so fatigued it is no longer being used. As a muscle gets stronger, the exercise difficulty needs to increase to keep overloading the muscle. There are multiple ways to make an exercise more difficult, including doing more of any exercise, adding weight or resistance during the movement, adding height, or changing the surface to be less stable. Even moving from packed dirt to grass makes running harder, or standing still on an air mattress versus standing on the floor increases the difficulty of a static stand. Do not make an exercise too intense to begin with, but also do not continue to just do the same thing, as you will plateau and no longer be getting the benefit. Watch for signs of fatigue to best understand the point at which a muscle is overloaded. Signs include speeding up or slowing down, changing their form, tapping their feet, licking their lips, yawning, stopping to scratch, excessive panting, or just stopping or wandering off. These can also be signs of being under or over aroused, stressed, or distracted. These are reasons to record keep, video, and review to look for patterns and trends about each unique dog and situation. And one last item before you consider a workout complete: your cool down, allowing time for the blood to return to vital organs and the dog's body temperature to return to normal. The cool down can be very similar to the movements as the warm up. The major difference being you start a cool down with speed and intensity, and as time goes on, you get slower and calmer. Keep watch on how fast they are breathing or how much of their tongue is hanging out of their mouth when they are panting to know if you are starting to cool them off.